Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome to another episode of my Tazkiyah, your brother Gabe Romani. Please make sure you like this video and share and support us. Check out the links in the description. Let's get right into it. Today's question is about the role of media in porn addiction. How does media contribute to porn addiction? There's a few ways. Of course, I'm sure it's quite obvious that just the ease and accessibility that the internet has brought to human beings. Before, it was very difficult to get hold of porn. It was shameful, especially for women. We discussed this in a previous episode, how women have more access now. So definitely accessibility is number one, probably the biggest one, the ease of access. You have this phone in your hand and you're just going to access whatever you want anytime. You have the privacy. No one can see you in your bathroom, in your bedroom, wherever it is. So this is a huge thing. Number two, desensitization, because you have this repeated exposure through media. And it starts from, just basic social media, TikTok, all kinds of exposures of females and males' nakedness, people exposing the aura, movies, and slowly leads to desensitization. It goes from number one to level 2, 3, 4, to a basic explicit movie, to a sex movie, to an erotic movie, to porn, hardcore porn, extreme porn, right? So desensitization. Escapism. Media is an escapism from boredom, depression. People are, I would say that these days they're too bored. They have too much good. It's just life is pretty easy for a lot of people. They're just extremely bored. So it's basically to deal with this, a person turns to porn and porn addiction to temporarily escape their problems. However, it leads to excessive use and addiction. Reinforcements, of course, constant use of social media, it reinforces us, so it leads us down that rabbit hole. Social comparisons, huge. We look at social media, we look at movies, we look at porn. Men and women compare themselves, compare their spouses, compare their standards to what they see. A lot of men and women hesitate to get married because they're afraid they're not going to get what they've been exposed to, what they see. Recently, there was a case where a sister asked her husband to be, for him to do certain things to her, and this would be a deal breaker if he wouldn't do it. She wouldn't marry him, basically, unless he would do these things to her. And of course, she was watching pornography, so she was influenced by that. I would say another one big thing is the lack of sexual education. We, especially in the Muslim Ummah, because it's that taboo, we don't have that. We do not teach young men and women about these issues, the fiqh of these things. So they have to hear it from different people. They start searching it, and that can lead them down that hole, the lizard hole. And many other things. However, I would say the most important thing is the ease of exposure, and accessibility is probably the biggest one that has caused so much problems. What are the solutions? I believe we should limit things. As Muslims, Muslim communities, Muslim countries specifically, have to be more strict, and the world in general, because of the effects, the ethical implications, the mental health implications that we've been discussing, social and psychological issues. I believe that pornography has to be definitely banned, not only in the Muslim community, but all other communities in the world.